we this is the conference, and this is how we're going to feed and clothe every child on the planet, because it's an intent, and it's going to be through the women that are setting it, because women are the ones that take care of the children. And if women are empowered, children have food and clothing and movies and popcorn, and we men get behind you. So um, the awe of seeing two powerful souls in their vision, in their spirit, is just empowering. And so now we'll continue the journey with a singer who is go ahead. This is, again, this is the magic of today. This is a dear friend of Wendy's. Give us a little promo of who Julia is to
Ah,
you.
okay. So I don't know if she's actually going to tell her story. She might just come on and sing. So Julia, I love you so much. I'm going to share a little bit of your story. This woman, 1 year ago, this phenomenal performer, singer, who is a singer for Cirque du Soleil. That is the level that she's at, a performer. She's phenomenal. She's grown up in a family of performers. She's been singing since she's 4 years old. So, hey, I get emotional. I live my emotions. I wear it on my sleeve.
Absolutely.
A year ago,
Absolutely.
1 year ago, and probably 1 month, she was on her bicycle. And she got to a red light, and there was some sort of so red light, it's clear. She looks, she continues, a car slams into her. She is flown from the car onto the pavement in the hospital. It is a miracle and blessing that she's alive today. She's had multiple surgeries. She's had a really tough year, And she's back. She still has a hurdle to cross. She still has surgery ahead of her. There she is. Julia, I'm talking about you. Hi. I hope this is okay. I know you're singing, but I hope this is okay.
Absolutely.
They were bringing me in, but I'm sure it's perfect. You're on fire today.
Well, I'm sharing your story of a year ago, Julia.
Yeah.
And I had, gosh, oh my goodness. And you now have, and Julia, she teaches performance and she teaches singing, and she's done it in person. So in the last 4 weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, she's had to reinvent herself.
Yes.
Learn all the technology, pull together singing groups, courses online. She is rocking it. She's on fire. Her classes are phenomenal. She's reinvented herself, and she's healed herself, physically healed herself. And now, and I interviewed Julia on my podcast about the power of singing to heal, So if you're listening to this, and you turn on some music in the background, you just start singing. I'll just share this 1-2 second story, but I jumped in her class the other day from bed, and I didn't even have the video on, and I was exhausted and tired. I was working all day, and I just listened. It was so uplifting. It was so inspiring. It was so uplifting. So, Julia, that's Julia.
Thank you so much, Wendy. Wow, what an introduction. I appreciate it so much. It has been the whole year. You were talking about change and everything that we're going through. The whole year has been a year of change for me, because I felt like, nothing. I felt like I was immortal. Nothing could get me down. And then one day I go for a bike ride, and that comes to a stop. The world as I knew it came to a stop in an instant. And I'm sure I'm not the only one out there that has had an experience, it may not have been to them, but to a loved one or to a friend, but they understand what I'm talking about. That one moment, your life changes just like that. I'm blessed that I can still, I'm not paralyzed, I can stand, I'm alive. And, you know, that's what has kind of kept me going this whole time is those goals to get back to not to who I was, but to a better version of who I am. And it's almost like been a rebirth for me over the last year, a rebirth, and a rebirth not only of that, but of I have new dreams and new goals, and they just all of a sudden seem possible. They seem possible to me, and that's where I am right now. And I think that when I am teaching, it sort of feeds into those lessons a little bit because I'm feeling so inspired by the new things that are coming up, the group lessons, all the camaraderie and the support that people are showing to each other, and that's what I want to talk about just for a second before I sing, because this song that I'm going to do talks about dreams. And it's that dream that you have yourself. It all starts with the dream. I mean, you know, we all remember that famous speech, I Had a Dream, by Dr. Martin Luther King, and he still lives to this day. That is alive and it's happening, and it applies to so many different aspects of our life. I had a dream that I had a wonderful relationship. I had a dream that I could sing. And I talk to people all the time that say, I had a dream that I could sing, but I try. And you know what? It starts with the dream and it goes from there. I believe that if you want something and you want it enough, and you're willing to work for it, those dreams can come true. Just like today for Johnny and this wonderful movies and popcorn movement, it's something that's coming true for him. And I have to tell you, just from personal experience, that's the best. There is no other feeling in the world than to be able to move on those dreams that you have. So this song that I want to do for you today and open up the singing for this conference is all about the dream. So I want you to listen closely to the words of this beautiful, iconic song called Over the Rainbow. When all clouds darken up the skyway, there's a rainbow, a highway to be found, leading from a window pane to a place beyond the rain. I heard fall Oh, why?
We're raising our popcorn cups. We're raising our popcorn cups. Julia, what you don't know is that so my vision came to me as a child. I was alone in my home late at night, and I saw these starving children on television. It didn't make sense to me, and movies and popcorn were my favorite thing. Being alone as a child, and when I saw this show on these starving children, I said, got angry at God. I said, God, feed them. Like your God, feed them, and share movies and popcorn with them too. And my favorite movie, where I felt safe as a child, my favorite movie where I felt I was fed, I had comfort, I had a family, was The Wizard of Oz. And so today, here we are. We're all going on this journey. We're all going on this journey, and you just hit it out of the ballpark. This train, this Global Vision Conference train, baby, it is out of the station. Wally, Tim, Victor, we are out of the station. We have steam. Thank you. Thank you.
All starts with the dreams and imagination. Thank you for having me on today to be able to share my heart and my vision.
Wow.
You're doing a wonderful thing there, Johnny. And this hopefully this your conference today will inspire. It will inspire people to think out of the box. It will inspire people to believe that dreams really do come true. They really do. And maybe they don't the first time or the second time, but they do come true if you keep trying and keep working and keep imagining. You just become a better version of who you are, and those dreams get better and better and better. And they are achievable. They are. And this is part of my job as a vocal coach. I feel like it's not just about teaching people how to sing, but it's really largely about teaching people to believe that they can sing. So it's really more a mental game than it is even physical for singing. And it's such an uplifting experience for people. I want people, that's a vision for me, the people to be able to find their voice and to express themselves through music, because it's such a wonderful tool to be able to open your heart up and to sing a song that makes you tear up, it makes you really get excited, or makes you have fun. It really allows you to express all of your emotions. And I just think that this song tells that story so beautifully. Whatever your dream may be, whatever your dream may be, and maybe it came to you as a child, just like it did for Johnny.
Thank you, Julia. Thank you.
Thank you, Julia. I absolutely love that you said, earlier you shared that someone wanted to sing, but it wasn't maybe their thing. And the idea is that we explore, right? We discover. And because it doesn't have to be that thing, but it's the momentum and the movement and the discovery. And then it will lead you in some way, it will lead you forward to that thing.
It's so well said, and it's really funny because I did a group vocal lesson last night, and we talked about that very thing that we're talking about right now. It keeps coming up, so it must be very, very important in my life right now, because I watched a video that Wendy did, and it was all about being imaginative and really getting in touch with your senses. In singing, I taught a lesson about visual singing last night before I even watched the video, and now here we are talking about it again. But you have to visualize these things, and then you have to be prepared to take chances. And it's not always going to sound perfect. Listen, still to this day, I've been singing for years. I've sung all over the world. and I still get nervous, and I still sing at home and cry, and I still make mistakes on stage, and I miss lyrics, but it's about making those bold choices and stepping out of yourself and facing that you're trying something new, and failing a couple of times. But if you keep trying it, you're gonna get better at it. And maybe your goal is to sing, I don't know, singing karaoke. Maybe your goal is to sing in church. Maybe your goal is to sing in the shower. Whatever. Or maybe your goal is to sing on Broadway. And that, for some people, sounds like, well, it's impossible. I used to think when I was young, oh, well, that's so far away. I grew up in a small town, and I didn't have, I had a few options, but not like you would have in a big city. But I took advantage of those chances to sing, and they were chances not just to sing, they were chances to learn. And it gave me a platform to learn. And I did, and I'm eternally grateful for those people that allowed me to realize my dream as a singer. So who knew? Who knew when I was 2 years old and I stood up in church and I sang a song that I would be singing, all over the world. I had no idea. So it's a dream come true. Truly is.
Thank you. Thank you. Wendy, you too. I mean, this is the show. This is the show. It's things, magic is happening that we don't even think of. And these three empowering women, empowering each other, and us men standing with you. It's a beautiful thing. And so, yeah, hearing that song to start this journey. Victor, do we have, I'm looking at my director, we have our next guest. Now, I'm going to we'll keep you guys on while I introduce her, and then we'll she's pardon? Great. Okay. So, okay, excellent. So the journey is happening, and I can't pick, but I have 3 Glinda the Good Witches in front of me. I mean, you are, I guess they call me the wizard, the man behind the curtain with the wizard, because wait, here's the story. Wait. So on the 80th anniversary, you guys know that picture of me, Victor, if we could get that picture of me, there's a photo of me in a white suit with this tie on, holding a popcorn cup up at the IMAX in Fort Lauderdale. Well, I was going through, I got the newspaper the day before, and I saw the 80th anniversary of The Wizard of Oz is going to be playing at the IMAX on the large screen. Now, this was my favorite childhood movie. This vision came from that movie. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I have to go. I've never seen it on the screen. And I've never seen it with a group of people. I've only seen the movie with my family and then on video by myself throughout the years. I have to go. And I told an individual, Suzanne Dwyer, to hold this vision. I'm crazy, but I have to change my whole schedule. I have to be at this movie. And I woke up that morning and I'm like, you know what? I'm getting dressed up. And I looked in my closet and I'm like, I had my white suit. I've only worn this suit twice. The day I bought it for an incredible charity empowering young girls in Ghana, Africa. And I married a couple once in it. So I've only worn this suit twice. So I married a couple on the beach, and I said, you know what, God, today's the day to put that suit back on. I haven't worn it in years. And what tie? A tie of enthusiasm and abundance and wonder. And I went and I sat there, and the experience of hearing kids laughing and the joy, I'm sitting there talking, this is unbelievable. This is remarkable. And then this is when the witch went down, I'm melting. It was quiet. This little kid, couldn't have been 4 or 5 years old, goes, uh-oh. It's like the whole theater's quiet. He goes, uh-oh. And I just had a blast. And then I'm outside and I'm waiting for my friend who drove, she went down the way into the IMAX, into the thing. And I'm there, and I'm like, and I have my pop, and I'm just in awe. And this little kid, he looked like me. He had his hair. He was about 9. He had his hair down like this. He's looking up at me, and he goes, "You were in there, weren't you?" I said, "Well, yes, I was." And I'm thinking that I was in the movie theater, you know. And he goes, "I knew it. You were the wizard." So then I realized he thinks I was the wizard in that movie. And here I am outside now holding the popcorn, dressed up. And I thought for a second, and I go, yeah, I am the wizard. And these kids, he said, "It's the wizard. It's the wizard." This is at the IMAX theater. They're all coming around me. They're all, "He's the wizard. He's the wizard." And the kids are like in joy. I'm like, "Yes, I am the wizard. And we're going to feed and clothe every child." And they're like, "Yes." And we're going to share movies and pop. And the kids were willing to follow me, whatever I was doing. This is now when security comes at the IMAX. What is going on? Who's happening? And it was a metaphor, it was a reminder to me that we're all on a journey. We're all kids today. We're going to be, Dr. Elena is going to be talking about the wonder of childhood. So we're tapping in today to that magic of intuition and the experience I got remembering it. And then here, never knowing you, but hearing you sing that one night, said, "This is the starter. This is the one that's going to start the conference." So magic.
I'm so grateful. Thank you. I feel so honored to be able to share in this very positive and exciting movement and dream. I love it. Thank you.
So people can go online. They can share their visions. They can share their dreams on the Facebook page. They can go to our page, Movies and Popcorn Movement, and like it, because then you'll get information. Later on today, we're going to have Paul Dinero from the One Organization and Alex Gordon from CARE, which One Organization